the time to speak with us tonight.
Thank you.
To start, I'll just let you guys introduce yourselves and your role in the band.
My name's Corey, I play bass in Closet Witch.
I'm Molly, I do vocals.
I'm Royce and I play drums.
I'm Alex and I play guitar.
So your debut full length, which to me sounds a little bit like a lit Molotov cocktail, already airborne. It came out in June. What's the overall reaction been so far?
Going well. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's
seem to
been
dig it. And
received positively, I think.
Yeah, very positive.
glad to have it out in the world. Sitting somewhere different.
Okay. Can you give me a brief rundown on the formation and history of the band?
Royce and I were in a bass and drum punk band, and our vocalist was gonna have a kid, and so we knew Molly and Corey from different house shows in Muscatine from before that, and so we asked them to fill in for a few shows, and then they ran a venue out of their basement, and there was just like a bunch of folks that would get a little too intoxicated, so we couldn't figure out a way to like get them out of when the show was over. They just kind of wanted to hang out, so we decided to make Closet Witch as a joke, to be like, this is the most obnoxious shit ever, and nobody will want to stay for it, and then it backfired, and that is how we're here today. And so like nobody would book the other band anymore, so we were like, I guess we'll just do this now. Yeah, so that is the true story.
That's fun. That's like the legit true story.
Yeah.
I swear.
We wanted to do a loud band, and I mean, just the show thing. We needed other bands to play shows, and definitely wanted people to get out at the end of the night. That ties into it a little bit.
Okay. So the album cover's pretty intensely dark, pretty awesome. Can you tell me about the artist and about the artwork, how it fits with the album?
Just as far as the artist, it's a fellow named Joe from Iowa City who goes by Nightmare_imagery on Instagram. But we just really dig his work, and had a handful of artists we wanted to work with on the album cover, and we talked to him, and I think Alex kind of came up with the main concept, and we just kind of talked it out and decided what we wanted to and expressed that to him, and he sketched some stuff out and got something that we really dug. But as far as what connects with the album, I'll let others chat about that.
Yeah, I think we mostly just wanted to have like a female figure on there. We wanted trees, vines, like something prominent, a little bit dark, heavy. I don't really think we had like a concept, but Alex drew up a picture, so maybe he had a more deep concept behind it. But it definitely fits the album. I think it fits the album pretty well.
This'll look cool. Just that like
being sucked down by life and
personal time in the woods. I don't know. It was neat to draw, so I was just like, hey, what do you think about filling in this detail? It was like, yeah. And then he did a fantastic job.
Awesome. Yeah, it was pretty intense. It does look like she's in some danger there.
Yeah.
So the whole album, the artwork, the music, lyrics, it's very cohesive, very poignant. Tell me what you're trying to say here.
I think Closet Witch for us has just turned into like an emotional outlet for venting everyday life, things that like you might put in your journal, or just like it's an outlet for venting your frustrations really for us, I think. And that's as far as like turning up as loud as we can, forcing ourselves to play as hard as we can just to get that adrenaline rush, that like therapeutic release you get. And lyrically, it's kind of driven by that too, just wanting a release. So lyrics are probably all over the place, but definitely just driven by that, a therapeutic outlet.
Okay. You all share in writing the lyrics? Is that you, Molly?
Me and Alex, and then Corey wrote lyrics for a song too.
Okay.
Primarily Molly.
Yeah.
Okay. So Closet Witch is very much a DIY project. Tell me about the importance of DIY, what the scene's like there in Iowa, and how it shapes what you do.
I think it's really important because like the genre of music we play is very small in a way.
Okay.
And so it's harder for a lot of people to grasp onto that sound. So you kind of just, as much as you want to put into it is what you're going to get back.
Okay.
And so it's a lot of sacrificing, and that's like the whole DIY ethos I feel behind it, where it's just you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot if you want to make something even just a small little thing. And that's, I guess, what it means to me personally. It's just like all chips in, fuck it, just go.
Okay.
It's kind of nice, the scene where we live, because it's really eclectic. Every genre plays together, and it's mostly just about like doing your thing, not really judging others over genre or not. It's just a nice mesh, and everybody's just feeling one thing, and that's like a good vibe.
That's really cool.
There's a lot of
Like a high.
There's a lot of crossover shows too
Okay.
between genres, where like us being a grind band, then we'll play with like a lot of psychedelic rock bands during like bigger like benefit shows and whatnot. And so, but there's a mutual respect across the board between all these musicians in the area we come from, and it also stems from like knowing each other from like 10 years ago and bands that we played in forever ago at venues we used to run or shit like that. And so there's like a strong bond in Iowa that stems back years.
Okay.
And I think in like small towns too, there's not as much going on, so when there is stuff going
Yeah,
on,
people are more
just
appreciative.
Yeah, and we just come from an
small
area
amount
like
they
that,
can
so it's
get.
nice. Everybody there just really supports us.
Okay.
It's good. Support all your friends. It's
You
good.
guys are a small town band then?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Where I come from, there's only about 8,000 people.
Okay.
So it's a small little river town. It's quaint, it's nice.
Sure. My first exposure to DIY was a punk band in my little high school town of about 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Small towns.
Yeah,
People like need it in towns like that though, especially if they're run by industry and stuff.
definitely. Yeah. What goals do you have for the future of Closet Witch?
Just having fun, playing together, making new friends, seeing new places, hearing new bands that inspire us to want to write more.
Yeah.
So that's at least where it's at for me.
Yeah.
Want to make it to new places, you know,
Yeah.
just meet all the cool people out there that there are, basically.
Make
you know?
friends.
Yeah. I'd like to write more. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right
have
on.
time to write.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It seems like sometimes shows become more priority than being able to sit and practice sometimes.
Sure.
But yeah, I think it will be really nice in the next year to like write some new material, because the record you heard was written like
over a year ago.
yeah before that, so it's just like we haven't really had a second to just like recharge sometimes. But like it'll be really exciting because we're kind of already started writing the next release, and it'll be fun.
Plan some time for that?
November and December is pretty much the goal there.
Okay. So I believe, if I'm remembering right, your album's the final release on Halo of Flies.
It's like one of the last 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it was the third,
Third from last?
maybe.
Okay. I know there's other labels involved too, but with Halo of Flies no longer really existing, tell me about working with Corey and the void that's going to be left by Halo of Flies going away.
Yeah, he was super positive and just like helping us out and whatnot and financially, but we'll just keep doing the same thing and reaching out to other labels, paying for it ourselves if we have to. And
Okay.
it won't be much of a void, but obviously it's nice to have help from somebody who's supportive and interested in your music. So
Sure.
It was cool just having that opportunity to work with Corey and become his friend too, because he's just knows so many different bands himself, so it's a really good connection to make.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus he's
totally.
just a really goofy, awesome, friendly guy, so
Yeah,
it's nice to have his
be
support.
part of a label that's put out so many memorable releases
Yeah.
in our area and genre and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he never really asked for anything other than like the music.
Right.
And so like getting that kind of deal with somebody, there was no paperwork. It was just a simple handshake and a simple agreement of you get it done, I'll release it, and let's work together. And like sometimes like you don't run into that every day in this scene and in this whatever, but it's nice that people do operate like that still.
Yeah, for sure. So this is part of a tour, isn't it?
Like a
Small
little
little
mini
Little
run.
tour.
Yeah.
How far are you guys going with this?
Just 4 days with Wanderers.
So tomorrow will be our last day.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you have any other upcoming tour plans?
Actually, I think this was the end
Yeah.
for us right now.
We're trying to slow down so
Yeah.
that we
Yeah,
can
we
recharge
really
our
need to
batteries.
write some
and
Yeah, we
stuff.
need to write more.
next
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
But we're already talking about a few different things that we want to do next year. Like we're gonna go up to Seattle, I think, next year.
Yeah,
right?
we're definitely doing
Northwest
that.
Terror
So-
Fest.
That'll
Yeah,
be fun to figure out.
so that'll be cool.
Awesome. anything else we should know about Closet Witch?
Just if you like us and you want to be in a band, just do it. Like
Yeah.
Alex said a long time ago in our band camp, don't let money hold you back from doing what you want to do. I mean, don't think like just because 20 people don't like the way you sound that it's not worth doing. Just
Sure.
do your thing, have fun, let it out, and treat people good, and hopefully good things will keep coming.
Yeah. Just stay positive. Keep doing what you can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for supporting us.
Yeah.
Thanks for interviewing us.
Yeah, definitely a fan.
All of our music is free online.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
you.